Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you how I profited $2,419 in one trade. This trade took about, I want to say about 7-8 hours to play out. I entered today around 9 in the morning. I was risking about a standard lot. I got in about the 3,318.49 level, which is this level right here. I was initially willing to risk $1,971, and I initially was targeting these last highs that were formed a couple of weeks ago. I was targeting about 1,000 pips. I know that's kind of a large take profit, but I was planning on holding this a little longer than normal, but I just didn't like how price was reacting at this level, at this previous support level that turned resistance. I just didn't like how price is wicking. You can see right now it's 6:56 p.m. Price came back up and it just rejected this area, so I decided to just take my profit. I entered on my FTMO account, showing it right here, but I am also taking a couple more prop firm challenges. This account right here, this is aqua funded, so I mirrored the same trade on my aqua funded account. I know there's like a couple $100 difference from the profit from FTMO to this, but I'm trying to work on maybe getting a copier to copy my trades. That way I don't have this this difference in profit. But anyways, I got this one on my aqua funded account. Same thing, I entered the exact same take profit, stop loss, and the entry was a little off, but nonetheless, this one is also a $100,000 prop firm challenge. It's two phases. The first phase I have to make $8,000, and then the second phase I have to make $5,000. And then once I do that, then I will be funded another $100,000 with aqua funded. I also am taking another challenge with funded traders or funding traders. Let me take a look real quick. Let me just log in real quick. So this is my second prop firm account that I am doing. So this one is same price. I entered for stop loss, same price I entered for take profit. I profited about $2,300 on this one, so I profited about $2,300 on this one. I profited another $2,300 on my aqua funded, and then I profited $2,419 on my FTMO account. So if you added all that up, that was about a $7,000 day that I had, so not bad. But I can kind of go into the reasoning of why I decided to go long gold again. Price initially formed this downtrend. Don't want to make things too complicated for new viewers, but if you are familiar with the concept of a fair value gap, essentially it's just when price moves aggressively in either direction and price does not have a chance to retest the area. So you can see here that on the 23rd of June, on the 1 hour time frame on gold, price formed a bearish candle, and then this next bearish candle, there was barely any wick on this candle, but price never had an opportunity to retest this area, so this would be considered a fair value gap. It's essentially just an imbalance in the market. Essentially, fair value gaps are places where you can look for price to eventually retrace. It doesn't mean that they will retrace in this area right away. It just means that there's an imbalance in the market and that eventually the market will balance itself out. So I kept that in the forefront of my bias, but I did not want to immediately go long gold, I needed some confirmation, so I waited for a bearish candle to form. Fair value gap would be here, and price continued to go down more. And you can see here, this would be another considered another fair value gap where price just did not have enough time to fill this area until it eventually retraced back up here, and then it proceeded to go down further. What really made me interested in getting long gold was the fact that there was these wicks right here. There's one wick right here that is about 100 pips, and then this wick was about a 40 to 50 pip wick, and then this wick was huge. It was about a 150 pip wick. So I mean, these wicks are huge. This just shows that price came down here, but it failed to close down here, and it just pushed back up and closed up here. So this was a strong area of support that I saw forming, but I did not want to get long gold until I saw a change of trend, which is what I waited for. Price came and formed this low here. It was in a downtrend initially. This is a high, and then this is a low, and then this is a lower high, and then this is a lower low. So you can see how price is forming a downtrend. Price formed a high here and then formed a lower low, which was lower than this wick. And you can see how price came and formed a higher high as opposed to this. So you can see that this was when the trend broke structure, and I just wanted to wait for a retest around this area, and that's what we saw. We saw price come in here, wick below here, and retested this area, which I waited for price to break above the 32.92, 32.93 level to look for longs, just so that I can, reduce my stop loss and, get a tighter entry. So that's what I did. I waited for price to break down low, retested this area, and when price broke above this previous high, I looked for longs. This was around 9 in the morning, I want to say 8 in the morning. And then I just closed now at around 6 or 7 o'clock. So this was a relatively quick trade, but as you guys can see, I don't need to be in these trades a whole lot. I don't need to be holding these trades long if I'm mirroring multiple trades on multiple prop firm accounts. I mean, I just made $7,000 in one day. That's more than most people's monthly salary. So I just wanted to show you guys, the potential. Once you do get the skill set down, and once you do get your edge, configured, that it's really just a matter of scaling up and just trusting your system. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. And I will be sure to keep you guys updated if I do see any more trading opportunities. But I'm definitely going to just be patient again and wait for another setup to happen. And I will see what happens. I also wanted to close early because there's news coming out tomorrow. And then there's unemployment rates and non-farm payrolls that are coming out later this week. So I just really didn't feel comfortable holding on to these positions. If price ends up rallying up higher and I end up missing out on a lot of money, it is what it is. I just really wouldn't like to risk, leaving the money on the table. And if price were to reverse and, stop me out, that would, not really be a good feeling. So I just wanted to make the safest option in terms of securing my profits and, just waiting for the next opportunity and being patient because, the next opportunity will come. I just need to just wait for the best one to come. So again, I just wanted to make this video. If you guys could do me a favor, leave a like. That would really help out a lot. Subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.